Hard to tell. Last year's team, I'd say there's no doubt, because that team led the country in free throw attempts and free throws made with the rules the way they were. And so when you've got guys that make free throws like that, and when you've got a guy like Cody that has the ability to play at the rim but also play away from the basket, create for himself, create for others, and was incredibly efficient in getting fouled off the drive at 7 foot, that's a heck of an advantage. We're building towards that. Troy Williams lost valuable time, and then he came back and he did a great job, but he did it with one hand. And Luke has missed valuable time. Noah, we're stretching his game constantly, I think, and I think that's helping. Stan Robinson has missed valuable time. There's been times Devin's been in and out, though he's been extremely efficient for us over the long haul. But we've just had different issues with the injuries. But the guys that can make foul shots right now at a pretty high level, be it Jeremy, be it Yogi, needs to be Will. Those guys need to get fouled. Evan Gordon, those guys need to get fouled. And so as the freshmen are getting used to it, Hunter Perea has shown great improvement from the foul line in practice. And again, I'm putting a lot on the numbers this year because there is so many different guys, but I'm putting even more on the hustle numbers, because last year we got to the point where we could almost take the hustle for granted. I mean, we knew what we were going to get each day. We knew that Victor was going to dominate in deflections and Cody was going to dominate in deflections, and Jordan and Christian were going to go above the norm, at their positions. And we knew that. But now we don't know that. So until we get in the games, we don't know what's going to happen with that. So we're going to do our best. We really couldn't bring referees in much more than what we do. So I think that's good, and we're going to continue to do that. I'm sure we'll do that far longer into the season than what we have in the past, to keep trying to adjust to it.
What's your anticipation on how the new rules are going to impact how college basketball is played?
Well, I know there was a scrimmage the other day where both teams were in the bonus, two Division I high-level teams that were in the bonus at the 17-minute mark of both halves. Could be a sign of things to come. Think about that. Like our biggest goal is to be in the bonus at the 12-minute mark of every half. We're really good when we get in the bonus at the 12-minute mark. Teams always have been. And every coach, if they really have a philosophy on it, every coach might have a different number. But that's always been ours. Now, you start thinking about numbers like that. I mean, I don't think anybody knows. I think everybody's intentions will be good, and I believe that. And I totally get, where everyone's trying to take the game. I don't think there's any question about that. So there's no complaints about that. I just think for a while, whether it's me, whether it's all of you, whether it's our fans, and especially as the players get into it, everybody is going to have to be patient. It's not just Indiana. I mean, it's everybody is going to have to be patient with this. And there's going to be some storylines. There'll probably be some games that people didn't see coming this way, or some statistics or some wins and losses that are going to be a little different. So it might make it fun, but it's going to be different. And until everybody figures out, and I think the other trick is going to be, here's where I think the biggest adjustments are going to be. How quick can you adjust in the game? And the scariest thing about this team is they're so young, they've never had to adjust. They've always been players that could really do what they did in high school, and now the rules are different. So this is where your intelligence and your ability to say, okay, I can't get up on this person this way, or we've got to go zone earlier, or whatever it is. You've got to be able to do it. The people that play the game the way they play it and they don't want to deviate, and that's the way it is, I think they're going to lose a lot of games. I think the people that are flexible will make adjustments, and players that are smart and intelligent and can communicate on it and adjust to the way the whistle's being blown or not blown, I think they're going to win games.
Could young team would benefit from that because they're not as ingrained in how they play?
We'll see. I think young teams usually struggle with awareness, and awareness and alertness go hand in hand, and that's really where your adjustments come from. And again, it's for a while, every game is going to be different, and I feel for the referees on that. I mean, it's not like they're partnered up with people that they work with night in and night out, so they're going to be in situations where they've got to adjust to one another. And I think you can't blow a gasket, and you've got to continue to coach and lead through it, and you've got to get your team settled in. And again, I'll be able to answer that a lot better in a couple weeks, couple months. I mean, it's hard to tell right now how we're going to deal with that.
In terms of just a numbers game, I mean, is that part of what makes depth important?
Absolutely. Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You guys are, I mean, people around the country could be covered, and they're going to have to look up bios. Like, how long's this kid been on the team, or where'd this walk-on come from? I mean, it could go to that. I mean, there's no question. I get a kick out of the people that say, yeah, we're going to play 7 or 8 guys. Good luck. Good luck with that. I hope we play them. You know, and it doesn't work that way. I mean, I don't think it's going to work that way. Not for a while. It may work that way when we get into the conference seasons and late in the year. But if you've got enough talent, you got to figure out how to play them, and then it's how well they adjust to it, which keeps them on the court.